Hey folks, Colin here from Sumthins Recording, and today I'm going to show you the 3 steps to getting your vocal harmonies to sit perfectly with your lead vocals. As is tradition, before jumping into the 3 steps here, let me play you the finished mix as it stands so you can get an idea of the kind of tracks we're going to be attacking here, and then I'll solo up our lead vocal and our harmony and you can hear the finished blend that we have achieved, and we'll dive into the 3 steps that we're going to talk about here. Here is the finished mix as it stands.
Eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll write home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. All my loving. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you.
Ooh, almost forgot to unmute my mic. There is our finished mix. Let me solo up our vocals here. Here are the vocals, the lead vocal and the harmony by themselves.
Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll write home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you.
You can hear we're hitting on all the stops that we want to hit with our vocal harmony. We've got the support, we've got the tonal harmony that we want underneath our lead vocal, but it's not overtaking our lead vocal. Our lead vocal is clearly still the star of the show, but we're not diminishing the contributions of our harmony. So our first step to perfectly sitting in your vocal harmony with your lead vocal is, of course, balance. To illustrate that, let me take off all of the plugins and all of the processing on our 2 vocal tracks. And we're going to start, I'm going to pull this all the way down. Actually, we'll start where it's at. Let me show you where it's currently sitting. So the balance that I chose for this harmony. Then I'm going to pull it down and ease it back into the track. So we'll slowly come up on where it was, where I liked it, and I'll go past it. You can hear what happens as we start to etch into the lead vocals territory. Here we go.
Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll write home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss.
So here at this point at -10, we're starting to hear the vocal harmony, right, underneath our lead vocal, but it's still getting a little bit lost, and it's not giving us as much as that of that tonal harmony, that support that we could have. So let's go a little bit further.
Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll write home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you.
Right there is where I'm happy with it. Right there is where I like it. That feels comfortable to me. We're getting the support. We're getting the tonal harmony from the vocal that we want, but it's not overtaking our lead vocal, and it's not under-contributing to the track, if you know what I'm saying there. Now we'll go a little bit farther, and you can hear how we'll start to kind of step in on the lead vocals territory and overstay its welcome there.
Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll write home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you.
Right here is a common mistake you'll get when you're mixing vocal harmonies, is you'll want to set the vocal harmony equal in level to the lead vocal. That's not what you want to do. It's going to overshadow your lead vocal. You won't have a clear idea of who the star of the show is. Your vocal harmony is important, but you don't want to take away from your lead vocal. That's why we move it up slowly and find that spot where it contributes exactly the amount of energy you want it to contribute. So step one is finding the right level, the right balance between your lead vocal and your vocal harmony. Step two is to be gentler with your processing on the vocal harmony. As we discussed before, your lead vocal is the star of the show. It is the focal point for your track. So we're going to go all out. We're going to pull out all the stops for our lead vocal. Let me go through here and show you. So on our lead vocal, right? So we got our normal EQ, that's normally we're going for, right? Then we've got our compressor. This is where I'm pulling out all the stops on the lead vocal. I'm using that vintage FET style 1176 style compressor, and I'm squashing the vocal, not squashing, but layering on the compression. So take a look here.
Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true.
So we're laying into the vocal there with this compressor to get that energy, to get that vibe, to enhance the personality and the character of the vocalist, as well as, of course, evening out our vocal and compressing it to keep it up front. That's what we're doing to our lead vocal, but on our harmony vocal, we're laying it back a little bit. We're being a little bit more gentler, more kind of broad stroke. So instead of reaching for a vintage emulated style compressor, I'm just using the stock compressor, the stock plugin inside of Studio One, which is awesome, but it's just not gonna give us that analog vibe and that extra boost, that extra lift and energy and character. So take a listen and watch here on our stock compressor on our harmony.
Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll write home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you.
You'll notice we're doing about the same amount of compression, but it's not the same type of compression. We're still doing about 7 to 10 dB compression. But if I pin this up here and pull up our FET style compressor as well, let's take a look at the settings here. So our attack on our FET style compressor on our lead vocal is sitting around 0.5 milliseconds. That's really fast. That's really aggressive. And then if we look at our vocal harmony here, we're sitting at about 7 milliseconds. So it's still fast, it's still aggressive, but it's not up front. It's not going after our vocal. It's not going to impart that vibe. Now, if we look at our release on our FET style compressor on our lead vocal, we're as fast as we can go here, which is our 50 milliseconds. So it's holding on a little bit longer than we are on our harmony. So our harmony has a little bit more room to breathe in between our compression than our lead vocal does. So we're being gentler, we're being a little bit more freeing, if you will, with our vocal harmony. So it's not as slammed as our lead vocal is, because we want our lead vocal to be more powerful than our vocal harmony. So step one was to find the right balance, the right level for your vocal harmony. Step two was to be gentler on your vocal harmony than on your lead vocal, okay? Leave all that, the vintage style stuff, the emulation, all that extra pizzazz for your lead vocal. Leave all that extra stuff there. Be gentler, a little bit more broad, and a little bit more freeing on your vocal harmony so it sits a little bit nicer with your lead vocal. You want them to complement each other. Step three here is this is the simplest one, is to leave off the vocal effects on your harmony. We got a slap delay here on our lead vocal, not using the slap delay, not using any effects on our vocal harmony. It is dry. Let me show you what I mean here, and I'll drag over the slap delay. So I'll play you the lead vocal, you can hear the slap delay. I'll play you the harmony, you can hear how the harmony sounds by itself, dry as a bone. And then I will play you them both together, and I'll drag that slap delay over so you can hear what happens when the slap delay is on both vocals. So here is our lead vocal with the slap delay.
Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true.
Now let's take a look at our harmony. So we have our slap delay there. We have our little bit of wetness or a little bit of effect on our lead vocal. Here's our vocal harmony.
Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then
So no effect there. Dry as a bone, nice and tucked in the background underneath our lead vocal. That's our step one, getting our right level and our right balance. So take a listen to them both together by themselves, and then I'll put them in the track as well so you can hear them together there.
close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you.
Now let me show you what happens if we pull this slap delay over to our vocal harmony. We'll start without it, and then I'm going to kick it in. I want you to take a listen to what happens to our blend between our vocals when we kick that slap delay in on our vocal harmony here.
Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you.
When we kick that slap delay in, all of a sudden our harmony inhabits the same space as our lead vocal. We don't want that. We want them to complement each other. We want them to work together, but you don't want them fighting for the same space in the vocal range, right? They're not sitting that far apart. So you want them to have a little bit of separation, and the way we're getting that is by having our harmony be dry and tucked back a little bit. That's how we get that balance. That's how we get that perfect set level. We don't have the effect on our harmony, so it's not fighting for the same space, the same frequency range as our lead vocal. If they're fighting, they're not going to sit, they're not going to be perfectly balanced, they're not going to complement each other. They're going to be fighting. If you take that effect off your harmony, we'll listen one more time. Listen to how our harmony sits back a little bit. Again, this is that same philosophy, right? We want it to be a little bit gentler, a little bit more laid back. We're pulling all the stops out for our lead vocal, got that compressor. Now we're putting that effect on it to take it that step further. We're going to lay back a little bit with our harmony so it sits and it complements our lead vocal. It doesn't overtake it. It's not fighting for that same range. It's a complement.
Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. Close your eyes and I'll
3 steps to perfectly sitting your vocal harmony in with your lead vocal. Step 1 is getting the right balance, so setting your harmony level with your lead vocal. Step 2 is to be gentler, be a little bit more laid back with your vocal harmony in terms of your processing. And step 3 is to not put the effects on your vocal harmony. Save those for your lead vocal. I hope that was helpful for you guys. I hope you learned something there, maybe something to try on your next mix. Before you go, I do have a gift for you for sticking with me here till the end of the video. This is my 7-step mixing checklist. It will guide you through the entire mixing process, step by step. It is a free resource. You can download it using the link in the description. Let's get rid of all the hassle, all the guesswork that goes into mixing. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.